Hey everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I have some bad news for you if you are a seller on Amazon. Amazon India decided to significantly increase their prices, mostly on the fulfillment side for all the sellers on Amazon India effective May 10th. So the price increase is significant, it's almost 15 to 20%. So I'm going to walk you through the examples in the video so that you understand the actual impact of the increase in price. So stay tuned till the end to see how we can mitigate these price changes or the impact of these price changes and how you need to plan your product launches. Hey everyone, this is Gopal. I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur with businesses in US and India. I'm currently running a bootstrapped startup out of India, which is one of the fastest growing direct to consumer startups. So this channel is more to share my learnings as I go through the journey and help the community be champions in their DTC game. So coming to the topic for today, fees changes. So if you go to Seller Central, you will see a notification on the fee increases that Amazon India has decided to do effective 10th of May. So you got like a 2-week notice, right? So what I'll do is I'll just quickly walk you through what are the fee changes, and most importantly, then I will actually take a couple of real-time examples and let's see what is the percentage increase in fulfillment fee. Spoiler, it's going to be significant. Okay, so the main components of the FBA fees are the pick pack fee, closing fees, and weight handling fees. And if you need a very detailed video on the FBA profitability, so click here. I did a very detailed video on all the FBA costs. So watch that and then come back here. So pick pack fee is the fees that Amazon charges for packing your products. So earlier it used to be 11 rupees per unit, and effective May 10th they increased it to 13 rupees per unit. And technology fees, I don't know what technology fees are. This is the first time that I'm seeing. I never saw technology fees in prior invoices. So I reached out to Amazon for clarification. Once I get a clarification from them, if this is something new or if it is something that was restricted to some products, now it's applied across the board. So once I hear back from the Amazon team, I'm going to update it in the comments. So feel free to check that for these technology fees. So closing fees is something that Amazon charges based on the price of the product. Again, if you let me try to zoom this in. Hopefully this is a little better, but as you see, it's a significant increase. So if your price of the product say is about 1,000, it increases from 35 to 45, right? Close to a 25 to 30% price increase. And then the last is the weight handling fees, which is in essence the shipping fees. So there is a significant increase in the shipping fee as well, especially say if your product is 1 kg or above. Earlier, Amazon used to charge say 9 rupees for a regional fulfillment for each additional kg. Now they are charging a whopping 13 rupees, right? So these numbers, on the single digit numbers, it might not look significant, but I recommend you convert all of these into percentages, right? Because when you aggregate it into your full order values, once you look at the percentage, that's when you will know the real impact. And just as an aside, I think one interesting thing that Amazon did is they significantly reduced the price of heavy bulky shipping, right? So if you see, it's almost down by 50%. So for a standard seller, it's 176, and they're saying they're reducing this to 88, right? So it's almost they reduced it by 50%. So if you sell heavy bulky products, this is going to be good for you. The price changes are good for you, but for everyone else, you're going to see a 15 to 30% hit in the total fulfillment fees. And they already revised the commissions earlier this year, so no changes in the commissions at this point. But yeah, like this is the page, you can go check the changes. And now let's take a couple of real examples and see what is the impact. The first one I took is a smaller item. It's a Olay face cream. If you see the weight of it, probably this is less than 1 kg. Yeah, this is like 50 grams, right? It's very lightweight. So the price of this, it's 1274. So you can update this to 1274, right? So you have 18% tax on it, which comes to 1076 is your net revenue. And commission, right? So no change here. Like as I told, Amazon already increased the commissions or changed the commissions earlier this year. So no change in commissions in this round, right? So these are the important things that are going to change. So let's go to the pick pack fee, go here. So pick pack fee for a standard item, earlier it used to be 11 and now they're increasing it to 13, right? So pick pack fee, it's currently 11 and the new change is going to be 13, an 18% increase. Okay, storage fees, I didn't see any changes in it. Again, this is just an assumption of the storage fees because Amazon charges storage fees for how long you store the inventory in Amazon FCs. So I'm just assuming $10 per month. And now weight handling fees, right? So again, go back to Amazon's link. So the weight handling fees for FBA, and let's assume you are a standard seller. First 500 grams, it increased from 29 to 31 if you are doing local shipment. Okay, it increased from 29 to 31. Now the last part is closing fees. So the closing fees, if it's above 1000, as we discussed, it increased from 35 to 45. So 35 to 45, close to a 30% increase, significant. Okay, so now the total FBA fees are for this Olay product, because it's a lightweight product, it's 85 rupees and it's going to increase to 99, which is a 16% increase in the fulfillment fees. Versus in US, Amazon said they made around 5%, but once you do a deeper dive, it comes to close to 10%. In India, from what I see here, it's anywhere from 15 to 20%, unless you are into heavy and bulky. So now let's take a second example, which has different sizing. So I just picked up a little bigger one with a vacuum cleaner. So the weight on this is 5 kgs, right? So now let's go back to our sheet. Same thing here. So the price is $84.99. You have GST of 18%. Your net revenue is $72.02. Right? So the commission, no change, $552. So now this is the important thing. Pick pack fees. Go back to your fees changes. Right? So the pick pack fee increased from 11 to 13. It used to be 11. It's 13. Storage fees, again, this is an assumption because Amazon charges based on how long this product has been stored in the FC. And weight handling fee, this is the important one. So since this is 5 kgs, go back to the sheet, FBA weight handling fees. Let's try to zoom this in. So let's assume you are into standard, right? For the first 500 kgs, your price is 40. These are the current rates, which in effect are the old rates, right? So if it's a 5 kg, you pay 40 plus 17. And then for each additional kg, you pay 21, right? So now let's go back to our sheet. Yeah, we can assume either regional or local. So let's say we assume we are into regional, right? So for the first kg, it's 40, and then for the next half kg it's 17, and then for the next 4 kg, remember this product is 5 kgs, so the remaining 4 kgs you need to pay 21 times 4, which is 84. Okay, so now let's see the same thing for post increase in rates. So first 500 grams it's 40, and then for each additional it's 17. So it's 40 and then 17, and then for your next 4 kgs, for each kg it's 27, right? So it's 27 times 4. So 165. So now let's plug these numbers in. The weight handling fee is 141, 165, right? So 17% increase here. Closing fees, because it's about 1000, it's 35 and 45. And now the total FBA fees on this is 237. Post the increase, it's going to be 273, which is a 15% increase. Right, so you can do more examples like this. You'll see that the price increase is anywhere of the, it's not on the total product cost or total product price. It's based on the FBA costs. The FBA fulfillment costs have gone up due to these changes that Amazon is going to make effective May 10th. Your fulfillment costs are going to go up by at least 15%. For heavy and bulky, probably you will see some gains, which is great if you are in that category. But all the other categories, you are looking at a 15% increase in the FBA fees. So how do you mitigate it? Obviously, with Amazon, you don't have like any exceptions. So few things that you can do is, one, make sure your inventory is well distributed across Amazon's network. That way, you will fall into the regional bucket. Right, so if you see here, the low for 500 grams, the local is 23, regional is 38, national is 60. Right, so there is a huge, it's almost like a 50% increase at each level. So try to, as much as possible, if you have a decent volume, go to all the main cities where you have customer data, where customers tend to order your products more. So you use that data to bring the inventory closer to your customers, right? So that's the first thing that I would do. And second is, make sure you optimize the pricing and the weight, right? So if your product says 520 grams, maybe can you reduce the packaging material? Can you change the packaging material? Can you maybe remove any packaging that you put in the product? If you're giving like a book, can you make it an ebook to bring it below the threshold? That way you're going to save significant fulfillment fees. So those are the few things that you can do to mitigate. Hopefully this is helpful. Not great news, but with the inflationary trends going on globally, you can't blame Amazon because they are already eating a lot of these costs. So if you want access to the sheet, to this model, comment below, and once I hit 100 comments, I'm going to share this template, so all of you can use to calculate the impact of the cost increases. So hope that is helpful. Subscribe to the channel, comment on it, and if there is any specific content you would like me to cover, let me know, and follow me on Twitter at Gopal Kohli. Thank you. Until next time. Cheers.